Hi there, students. We can say 30 miles an hour or 30 miles per hour. £3 a dozen or £3 per dozen. So, what's the difference? Well, I think the major difference is formality. I think normally when we speak, particularly when we're using time expressions, we use a or an, 3 times a second, 10 times an hour, 6 times a week, 2 times a year. But when we're writing this, we might say 30 miles per hour, £10 per dozen. Okay, notice as well, per is much more scientific. So you need to use 10 grams of this powder per litre of water. Okay, that is a much more scientific thing. So what I would suggest is when you're writing, use per. But when you're speaking, use a, unless you're explaining something very scientific. Okay? So the basic difference is formality. Yeah? On the dial of your car, it will say kph or mph, kilometers per hour. But when you're speaking to your friend, I was driving at 80 miles an hour and the police stopped me. Okay? So when you're speaking, use a, unless it's something scientific. When you're writing, I suggest you use per. How much are you paid? I'm paid £8.20 an hour. But in the window of a shop, of a job agency, it will say this job pays £8.20 per hour. Okay? So that's really the difference. There is no clear, hard and fast rule with this. But clearly, per is more scientific, is more formal than a or an. Okay? So I do this 3 times a week. But if you write it, this job is done 3 times per week. Okay? That's the only real difference. Okay? So per, much more formal, much more scientific. A or an, much more informal. You could write an hour, 30 miles an hour, if you were writing an informal note to your friend. But if you were writing a report for your boss, then you would use per. This machinery costs us £1,000 per week to rent. Yeah? What's the rent on your house or on your flat? £300 a month. But then the sign would probably say £300 per month. Okay? Notice per means for each and every. Okay? It gives you a ratio. Okay? So you want to plant 1 seed per 3 meters of ground. 1, then you go 3 meters. So per, for each. It's talking about the ratio of one thing to another. So, nice and simple. Per, more formal, use it when you write. A, more informal, use it when you speak. Okay? So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.